Hey yo, what's going on, all my gamers, all my Zenless Zone Zero gamers? So, Zenless Zone Zero put out a dev talk. I hear it's supposed to be pretty big. I love looking at anything Zenless Zone Zero related because I think Zenless Zone Zero is quite possible. It's not even quite possibly. It is objectively the best Hoyoverse game ever put out, right? It's the devs always listen and everything, and this game has just been improved to the state where I like it, right? I think this game is great. I think this game plays great. I think this game feels great, and most importantly, this game just it vibes great. I don't know how to say it. Like everything in this game, like there's nothing. I don't know. You just never come away playing this game in a foul mood or anything. It's just you walk around New Eridu, you chill out, you watch, your characters bounce around, literally. But yeah, I want to watch this dev talk because I love the way that this game is going, and I hope it's going in a good direction as well. I was gonna say a better direction, but it is already in a good direction. Bow, bow, bow. I always love their sets, dude. I love all this stuff.
I'm Y.
It's Y.
Welcome to today's
he's speaking in English. That's kind of cool.
talk. It's been nearly a year since the official release of Zenless Zone Zero, and we like to thank all proxies for their support.
Yay!
Our team will also like to use this opportunity to share with you some of the development progress for version 2.0.
Okay, cool.
And our plans for the future of Zenless Zone Zero.
What's the plan for Season 2 story?
In Season 2's story, we will follow the protagonist to a unique area within New Eridu, Waifei Peninsula.
Waifei?
Which will be the main stage for...
I just realized there's not really a Chinese area in this game yet. Huh. Here's a fun fact. I really do like the Chinese areas in these games. Like, I do like Liyue, I do like the Lofu, and I really, not even just these games, by the way. I like it in all games. So I also like Jinzhou in Wuthering Waves and stuff like that. And I hope it has a good feel to it where it's more modern and it's modern or futuristic and Chinese and old school Chinese at the same time, kind of like Jinzhou. I like the way that looks. So when you see someone like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, Jian, he looks really cool, but he still has that like classic Chinese look to him. And I really hope that what is it called? Waifei. I hope Waifei kind of has the same thing.
New Eridu,
So let's look at this.
Peninsula,
Is he going to show anything?
Which will be the main stage for the story of version 2.0.
Okay, cool.
Waifei Peninsula is a district of the Throne Quarter near the Lemnian Hollow. The earlier settlers of this region were tasked to monitoring the highly volatile Lemnian Hollow. And the name Waifei is derived from the Cantonese characters for protect and anomaly. From the phrase protection from the anomaly called the Hollows. Later, an outpost was established here, which then became the city area Feilong Heights. Feilong Heights was built at the...
Yu Cha Shin. Look at... dude, look at it. Just look, chat. Yo, this is sick! I'm so hyped, chat.
Overlooking the bay.
Sorry, and this is such a good timing too. We've had a lot of negative stuff coming into the gacha space, but this is just, dude, this is enough to make anyone happy. Right? Dude, look at this shop right here. Look at this. I don't know why, but the way that this brick and this shop is just, it looks sick. It looks something straight out of Liyue, right? Like not like a fantasy setting kind of Chinese area or like an old school Chinese area. It looks sick, but it's still, like I said, chat, it's that blend of old school and modern that I really like.
Beautiful scenery. This is also an area rich in porcelain, a precious material that's highly resistant to ether corruption. Mining and processing porcelain has thus become the core industry of Waifei Peninsula. Behind this
Yo, this beat goes hard, chat. What the hell?
Massive industry and its profits, however, lies a tangled mess of factions. Here, we'll gradually unravel the clues we planted throughout the story this fall.
Okay.
For example, Sarah's true plans behind the sacrifice
Sarah
incidents, the conspiracy behind the mysterious exorcist and the truth behind the fall of the old capital.
Okay.
As well as the secrets of the Faison siblings. Meanwhile, our protagonists will encounter agents from various factions and embark on brand new adventures. For example,
Dude, the characters...
that Wei Seeker with yellow cape we saw earlier is none other than Yi Xuan. The current Seeker with
That's so cool.
yellow cape we saw earlier is none other than
Yi
Yi Xuan,
Xuan?
the current leader of Waifei Summit. She will make her debut as a key character in Season 2. As the story
Dude, she's so cool.
unfolds, the protagonists will gradually uncover her mysterious past and become a new disciple of Waifei Summit. Yi Xuan will become our steadfast support and guide us in her craft as our mentor.
Chad, do you think they're gonna give us Yi Xuan for free? No way. That might be too much, right? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Helping us explore the hollows directly, beside Yi Xuan, who oversees Waifei Summit,
Like her name,
the
Yi Xuan.
defense forces Oboe Squad that we all familiar with,
Yeah, Oboe
as
Squad.
well as the previously revealed idol faction Angels of Delusion, will all be making their appearance in Season 2.
Oh, what? I haven't seen these characters before. I think I've heard of them, right? I think they're supposed to be like some idols, right? Is that what they're supposed to be? Dude, this looks so cool. Look at this. That kind of looks like Ellen. No, that's not Ellen. I think that's them. I think they're looking themselves up. That's really funny. But dude, look at their desk. This is really sick. They're also weebs. You see this cabinet over here? Look at this keyboard, bro. Sorry, I know. Sorry, I'm taking my time to just look at everything, Chad. I hope you guys don't mind. This is really cool.
We've prepared a Season 2 teaser trailer to be released on April 13th.
This, as of a recording, this is April 8th. Okay, cool.
More information about the various factions will also be revealed then.
Compared to a regular update, what's so special about the content of Season 2? I'm also curious.
For the content direction of Season 2, will not just be simply adding more characters and areas. We've been taking feedback from our practice very seriously and incorporated this feedback into our design philosophy, making an adjustment from the ground.
Also, I will say, I don't know if I've said this before, I do appreciate why doing this all in English. Like, I'm all about it, dude. I like why. I've always liked why. He's always been a really cool developer.
During the program, the most noticeable change is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map experience and integrate the residential areas with combat zones at the system level, providing a more fluid and engaging gameplay experience for practice. First, let's talk about the design of the main city area, Beilong Heights. We made the area much larger to ensure comprehensive city functionality while allowing for potential expansion in future versions, while also reducing loading times caused by scene transitions. The new daily system will also be designed to match the local culture and the customs of the Waifei Peninsula area. As a business-savvy video store owner, helping Waifei Summit manage various aspects of Suibian Temple will also be a part of
Oh, look at that. That's sick. Is this the this is the temple, right? This is what he's talking about? Dude, look at that.
This new gameplay features management simulation elements and new features such as bamboo dispatch, integrating residential areas with exploration areas and creating a smoother experience.
Got it.
As for the visuals, with the help and the careful maintenance of the properties, Suibian Temple will gradually be restored to its former glory.
Okay, that's cool.
Plus, various elements such as holes, scratch cards will take on new forms that match the vibes of Suibian Temple.
Okay, so the Suibian Temple is just gonna hold everything, right? Am I getting that right, chat? So of everything on the new update, when you're getting your dailies done and your stuff and all that, I guess Suibian Temple is gonna be the place where you go instead of random play. And it's not just gonna have the random play, but it's gonna have everything in it. That's pretty sick. I like that.
The frequently mentioned
I'm hoping I'm getting
issues
that right.
has also been resolved in Beilong Heights. Previously, due to a limitation in the underlying design, the video store that proxies see from outside along the street does not match the actual size of the video store from within.
Oh, true.
So we need a loading screen to bridge the interior and the exterior of the store. In Bailing Heights, however, returning home is no longer a process that requires waiting. Additionally,
are you just gonna be able to walk in? That's kind of cool.
The pathway in Bailing Heights. The function area will be more concentrated, and the path to access each area will become more efficient and streamlined.
Oh,
ensuring
that's
that
sick.
overall experience will become smoother and more fluid. Next, let's take a look at the ancient ruins of the aerospace city located within the Lemnian Hollow. Although the aerospace city has long been devoured by the Hollow, the ether stable area at its edge is still being used to mine and produce porcelain. In version 2.0, we will begin our exploration of the Lemnian Hollow from the edge of the aerospace city.
Okay.
With the past few versions as precious learning experience, its overall design will be more refined, with larger explorable areas, more robust systems, and more streamlined guidance. One distinct improvement is that after completing their training at Suibian Temple, the proxy siblings no longer needed to return to the video store to access the hollows through the HDD system.
Okay, cool.
Instead, they can now travel more conveniently between Bailing Heights and the aerospace city. The craft they will learn will also be of great help in their future hollow explorations.
I'm not entirely understanding this. I kind of wish they had shown a little bit more about this. Like they had actually shown what they meant by this, but it sounds cool. Like I think it sounds pretty sick. I just kind of wish we had like a little bit more of a visual explanation as to for this, but I like the way it sounds. What other improvements are in the new version? Yeah.
While we've
because you know, any kind of update would be sick, right? Because I personally do think that Zenless Zone Zero is in a good space right now, but I'm really interested to see how and what they're gonna improve. Now they did say that they're gonna improve the way that you seamlessly walk through around the new area, but I wonder what else they're gonna do.
Areas, the travel system wasn't just simply expanded upon. In Season 2, we've redesigned the travel system.
Okay. Changing
from the original sliding area selection system to a larger map format. We're also improving the UI experience.
Is this new area becoming more like, I don't know, more, how do I say this? More open world like? That would be kind of cool.
Map to the interface, along with the navigation features. Proxies can now select their destination more quickly and gain a clear understanding of new Eridu's geographical layout. Regarding plot structure, we've also noticed that since special episodes and facing stories are relatively independent story units, the current narrative structure results in weaker connections between plot points, resulting in a disjointed viewing experience. In future versions, we will merge special episodes and facing stories together.
Okay, cool.
Putting more focus on developing the connection between the various agents and the main storyline. We're also deepening the proxies environment. We will also steadily update the main storyline with each version, while ensuring that we do not compromise on its narrative quality. In addition to ongoing gameplay improvement, our team has also been constantly exploring the idea of bringing Zenless Zone Zero to users on more platforms. What I can reveal right now is that Zenless Zone Zero is being prepared for launch on the Xbox platform.
Okay,
we'll share more info with everyone during the
Chad, does anyone know if it's on not Xbox, on PS5? I don't really know. I know it's on mobile and PC, but I don't really know if it's on PS5, and no one gives a fuck about the Switch. But Xbox would be kind of cool. I wonder how many Xbox players are missing out on gacha games and really want to explore gacha games, because you know there are a lot of, like, Genshin just came to Xbox, so I'm really wondering if like the Xbox players are playing this game.
Coming Xbox live stream.
What are plans for adjustment in combat system? Okay.
The current combat design significantly diminishes the presence of the characters other than the main DPS. What should be a 3-person tactical squad feels more like a solo operation.
Yeah.
So for the character combat design in Season 2, we will enhance the functionality and performance of non-DPS characters.
Okay.
For example, when agents are switched out, they can still remain on field and contribute to combat.
Right.
Thus, there's a visual indication of their combat performance, while not affecting the player's control of the on-field agent.
Oh.
Another possibility is
so that's why they started doing that with like Trigger and with Pulchra, right?
adding new attack and defense mechanics for enemies. Specific moves might require specific counter strategies that require teamwork from different characters in your squad. Or in certain special combat areas, enemies can gain certain advantages through specific conditions. Of course, some of these are just preliminary ideas, while others might make an appearance in the version 2.0 special program. However, the ultimate goal of these optimizations is to enhance overall synergy between characters, elevating both combat and visual experience to the next level.
Okay. Yeah, I know they were doing that a lot. So the 3 characters that come to mind when you think of this is, what's his name? Or what's her name? It's usually the 3 girls. It will be Pulchra, Trigger, and Astra Yao. Like Astra Yao, even though she's never on the field, you really feel her presence, right? Because you're constantly switching between your other 2 characters that you have on. In my case, I like to have in, what is it called? The Anomaly. I don't remember what the effect is called, but I like to have Piper and Mayabi in a team, and then just having them switch out to constantly trigger Disorder. That's what it's called, Disorder. To constantly trigger Disorder. So I really feel Astra Yao on the, even when she's off the field, because I get the bonus attack and I get the benefit, or the active passive of the switch. So that's, I want to see what else. Oh, what does it say? Can you share any insights on the design direction for the upcoming version events? They do have really good events.
In our future development plans, we are aiming to optimize events in 3 aspects.
Bring back
First,
Bang Boo Fall
we'll
Guys.
continue improving on existing game modes,
Okay.
such as Grandmaster
Yeah,
Adventure,
let's go.
Bang Boo versus Ethereal, and so on, to make them more fun for players.
Oh, that game was pretty fun. I
At the
like
same
that one.
time, we'll be rolling out more exciting new gameplay. In future versions, we might see casual duels between bamboos, or even get to control a giant bamboo in combat.
Dude, they know how to make mini games, chat. Like, it's actually insane. They know what they're doing when it comes to like to events.
Bamboo. We will also introduce some slow-paced, relaxing events to enrich Proxy's everyday life outside of the main story.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Such as spending joyful moments with agents at Hot Pot restaurant, movie
Okay.
theaters, and more. We also hope that beyond the intense and thrilling combat events, players can also take a breather to enjoy the lighter story events.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Are there any plans on future versions regarding characters released earlier in the game? That's a good question.
Every character is the result of our team's blood, sweat, and dedication. Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure characters are relatively future-proof and have long-term value. Showcasing a character's charm isn't just about mindlessly beefing up their stats. While maintaining each character's unique traits, we will
I like that Asher one.
enhance their unique traits, rather than just simply boosting their damage output. For example, we'll
I really like that part of the, what's it called? Not simulated universe, of Hollow Zero, where they pick a certain amount of characters, and those characters have new and unique abilities. It kind of reminds me of Wuthering Waves. What is it called? God, it's their simulated universe. I don't remember what it's called. But the Wuthering Waves simu also had the thing. It doesn't have it now. It has a thing where you could pick different abilities for different characters, and things like Calchero seemed playable because of the vast different abilities that he has in that simulated universe. So it's cool to see that they have that. I love it. I personally love it.
Certain skills
I love Corrin. Corrin's
tailoring them to each
abilities are
character's
funny.
experience. Besides that, we'll also consider each character's role very seriously.
Okay.
While strengthening the characters, we will also take into consideration their compatibility with other characters in future versions.
Okay.
In terms of storytelling, we hope that our characters, even those have already been released, can showcase their own unique charm. In version 1.7, for example, we'll get to see quite a few scenes between Lycan and Hugo. These interactions are crucial for the character's emotional investment in the long run.
I did
We
like
hope
the story.
that every
I liked
character
it.
can find a
Hugo
purpose
and
that belongs solely to them in different
Lycan.
corners of New Everton. Although it might be challenging to do this well, we'll continue to work hard to create more meaningful relationships between characters and players, or even take their bond to the next level.
What else can you tell the players?
As a new team, we've admittedly fell short in the earlier stage in terms of both narrative and the gameplay elements.
I definitely think that not Wuthering Waves. That's a story for that's a talk for a different day. But I do think Zenless Zone Zero on launch had a rough start because there are aspects in the game like it ran perfect. It wasn't Wuthering Waves where Wuthering Waves had everything good, but it just ran like dog. It ran perfectly, right? Zenless ran perfectly from the start, and it still does to this day. But the problem was that it had aspects of it that people really didn't like say the TVs. I know some people like the TVs, and if you do like it, that's cool. But the TVs for a lot of people were bad, so it felt really clunky and weird in the story. Because in my opinion, it felt like it took you out of the story to do this thing for like 10 to 15 to almost 30 minutes. Of just running around and just hearing boom, 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 like for an hour straight, right? It's cool. Don't get me wrong, which is why I thought it was cool that they brought it back in events in future updates, because then it's like if you do like the TVs, you can go back and do them. But, and there's also the combat update where it did seem like they just wanted to go for a hyper carry of all the meta, right? Where no one has an ult, or only one person can use the ult, and them updating that is, it's really cool. So I think Zenless Zone Zero overall has really come together into its own, and it has probably become the game that they knew they always wanted, or at least I'm hoping, because the way that it changed is really good.
Working hard to make improvements, continuously incorporating feedback from proxies and optimizing our content.
Yeah.
Thank you, proxies, for your continued patience, feedback, and support. In future content updates, we will prioritize ensuring content quality.
Nice.
And humbly continue to welcome feedback and guidance from our proxies.
Devs listen, chat. This is a devs listen moment, I think.
Season 2 will bring proxies a more complete and smooth.
I like how it's
experience.
Season 2 too.
If
Not
you
Chapter 2.
encounter any issues with gameplay experience, we hope you will share more feedback through the official community channels.
Absolutely.
Your feedback and suggestions are crucial for our future content development. See you next time.
Wow. Goodbye. Zenless Zone Zero. That was a good video, chat. I loved. So far, I'm very hyped for the new area. I'm very hyped for the new story, and more importantly, I'm very hyped for the new characters. I'm really, really excited to see where they go with it, because the characters have always been a hit. They've never really missed with any characters. I'm trying to think if anyone missed, but I don't think I can think of off the top of my head. If I do go look at the characters, I like everyone is maybe Haramasa, but even then people like Haramasa, right? And even then he was free. Like that dude was free. You can't really complain about free, especially when it's a pretty decent character. Anyways, chat, let me know how you guys feel about this video. Are you excited for Zenless Zone Zero? I'm hoping that this brings more people into Zenless, because it's a good game, and I hope it gets the recognition it deserves. Anyways, chat, comment, like, and subscribe, become a member, and I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.